Princeton traffic, helicopter 23 Foxtrot, it's taking the actor 28 at Alpha, Princeton.
Alright, lights are out, data to green, amps are good, MPO's good, and carburetors are really yellow. And we got 25 and 24,
Princeton traffic, helicopter 23 Foxtrot, on the go, low close traffic, Princeton.
Traffic, Diamond 252, West Austin to Princeton.
That extra room makes all the difference with limiting your power, you know what I mean? When you don't only have so much to pull. Say that again? That extra runway distance really makes a little difference. You don't have any power to pull.
Traffic, helicopter 23 Foxtrot, west Austin, 28, start turning right off, 28.
Why were you going left? The other traffic. The other traffic what? I was gonna fly the same direction as them. Why would you do that? I don't know. Figured we were all doing the same thing. We're always right traffic here. When do you ever follow in an airplane pattern? Never. Never. What's the one rule as a helicopter pilot when you're flying patterns? Avoid the flow of fixed wing. Avoid the flow of fixed wing. Okay.
The traffic, Diamond 252, West Base 28 Princeton.
Alright, lights out, gauge are green, amps good, feels good, and so we told the other one, it's coming full.
The traffic, Diamond 252, final 28 Princeton.
Airspeed, 75 knots, 1,000 feet.
Princeton.
I want a normal approach to the numbers. Slow it down. We should be at 60 knots on final. Okay. There's one thing that Bob hates. It's the simplest thing, but it's his pet peeve, is patterns. As far as he's concerned, should be 1,000 feet, should be in downwind, should be at this altitude or this airspeed, should be over the center line. He almost failed one of my students because he was off to the right, and he's like, you know, don't you want to line up the center with the runway? He's like, nah. He doesn't like that answer, that attitude about it. If you're supposed to be at 1,000 feet, make sure you're at 1,000 feet. If you're supposed to be at 75 knots, make sure you're at 75, not 72, not 76, 75. Okay. I'll put your car feet away for you. Thank you. Go ahead, on the go. All right. Watch power. Climb out should be at 60 knots, right? Get your 60 knots.
Central traffic, R22 receive 287.
A little bit of left pedal for trim.
Central traffic, R22 final to Pittsburgh.
Knots. We're slowing at 1,000 feet. Okay. That altitude should be priority number 1 for you. Okay. So if we had an engine failure anywhere other than 1,000 feet, we're in a bit of trouble. Okay. Now go for the airspeed. Exactly. Go for the airspeed, then adjust the collective. Alright, lights on, gauge of the green, amps, get this, good. Probably tell the out amp full. one go round. You're dancing on the collective a lot on your approaches. Really where you should be is lowering just enough. I got your car beat. Watch your power. You should be lowering the collective just enough that keeping the nose level bleeds off your airspeed. So what you're doing is you're trying to keep your airspeed and you're lowering the collective. And because you're coming in nose low, so you're sort of in a dive bomb, a real shallow dive bomb. So when you lower the collective, we drop, and then you bring it in, you bring the collective back up, and then you're trying to bleed off your airspeed. You're doing this the whole way down, a little bit up, a little bit down, a little bit up, a little bit down. Changing my attitude. Exactly. Try to maintain a level attitude. Okay. So the trick is to find that collective setting where just keeping the nose level will actually bleed off your airspeed for you and you'll walk it right in. Okay. So what you did is fine, it's passable, but you're working harder than you need to. Okay. We're gonna smooth this out, make it look pretty. So crosswind, downwind, you've got really one goal, 60 knots and 1,000 feet. You're trying to get that 1,000 feet. You want to get your altitude in case something happens. Yeah. As soon as you turn base, you can start dropping the collective a little bit and bringing yourself down to 60 knots. Okay. That way when you turn final, you're already at 60 and you're at a lower power setting. So once we hit our 1,000 feet, car peak comes up. Okay. So start pushing forward for your airspeed and see what that does with the VSI. Then we can adjust the power accordingly. Okay. Now we wait. You want me on 75 on my downwind? Yes. Okay. Alright, so right here, as you make this turn, you just drop down to like 19 inches maybe. And as you're making this turn, bleed off your airspeed down to 60 so that you're rolling out on final at 60 knots. Okay. And maybe you're at 900, 800 feet, you lost a couple hundred. Nothing major. Okay. So easy on it. Yeah. So when you're making corrections, try not to feel them. Either you're putting a little bit of extra weight down or you're putting a little bit of extra weight up. But you shouldn't feel a pop. Don't use your muscles. Use the pressure in your fingers. Get this roll out here. So let's get that 60 knots. Yep. Just hold this for the time being. We're still on a slow descent. Hold that 60 knots. And once your spot comes up top of the trim strings, all we're going to do is lower the collective some. And we're going to keep the nose up, okay? Okay. So we really haven't touched the collective. You're dropping the nose. So, here's about the trim string. So look, just push down the collective, all right? We're going to keep the nose level nice and smooth lower. So are we actively trying to lose that airspeed, or are we just keeping the nose level? Just keeping the nose level. You're fighting me on the controls level. I'm trying to help you here. Yeah. So look, right here, bring a little bit of power maybe. It's all yours. Just walk it in now. Yeah. Just keep the nose up. Just to level. And see your airspeed just just slowly bleeding off, you're going to hit ETL as soon as you hit that spot. And we're not doing this up and down the collective. So you lower just a tad here, keep that spot coming in. Good. Keep the nose up, bring your power back in.
I think I fixate on the VSI too much. I'm trying to hold so much airspeed because the VSI even now is...
Good, I'm gonna go. Watch your power. Do you see the difference in the two though?
Yeah.
So you're trying to hold airspeed. You're trying to keep it in, and because you're doing that, you're making these pretty big, you know, not big, but noticeable adjustments in the collective. Where before, we're just lowering nice and smooth, and really just keeping the nose up, and it just walks that airspeed down. And you saw we broke ETL pretty much as we pulled into that hover.
Right.
So try that again, this time on your own.
Okay.
I know, I remember from when I was flying, doing patterns, like, you just want to, like, get back to the approach. That's really what we're working on. But make your patterns as perfect as you can. You know, think of this as a maneuver, because this is going to tell Bob a lot about who you are as a pilot.
Okay.
You know, be the guy who's methodical, and my patterns are as perfect as they can be. I'm hitting my altitudes, I'm holding them. I'm getting my airspeed, I'm holding it. You know, it'll go a long way with him.
Okay.
Right down, right 28.
You see that approach all started at that base turn, sort of setting us up, letting us slow down. Otherwise, when we turn final, we're sort of like dumping the collective and trying to pull aft to get that rate of descent started.
Right.
And then we're sort of rushing the whole thing. Then we got to dump more collective to keep ourselves down, bleeding off that 100, 200 feet. Sort of sets us up for success, gets the ball moving.
I'll check it, doing Green Amps, good field trip, probably the L and pull.
For traffic, on the 223, we're crossing through
Once you're on final and you're sort of on the approach phase of it, most of your control is going to be in slight adjustments on the collective. It really should be keeping the nose level and making those slight adjustments for altitude.
Okay.
Keeping the nose level is going to keep that airspeed sort of bleeding off nice and slowly.
Okay.
Good, not too much. Right pedal. Good. So you see, even with the lowering of the collective, that slowdown basically kept us at 1,000 feet. So if we were trying to do that on final, we might balloon up, or it might be, it might take a lot more. We might be out there before we get any sort of descent.
Got up inside over there.
Yep, I got him.
And diamond on downwind approaching. Can you guys extend a little bit? We're going to be slow on this approach. Thanks a lot. It's appreciated.
Keep 60. Keep 60 till you pick up your spot.
Okay.
Now, once you pick up that spot, this first initial lowering of the collective it needs not abrupt, but with intent, you know. So don't pop it down, but push it down until you get that right. So, right about here. Good. Keep the nose up.
Kind of went steep, yeah.
So, keep the nose up. Show the difference between this coming in hot and this coming in nice and slow.
Yep.
It's really like, it's this or that. A little bit there. Good. And your car keeps going.
I go 28, right close traffic, Princeton.
Alright, so we're going to try the same thing this time. We're going to do a steep approach. Alright? So I want you to try to take what we just did and see if you can apply those same rules to a steep approach. All right, and then if things are looking good, I'll leave it alone. If not, we'll try to clean it up a little bit, all right? I knew it.
What happened?
Nothing.
My dog gets a green, it's good, feels good. Probably totally yellow and full. Oh, this tank is pretty low.
That's fine.
Princeton.
I want you to try to keep your eyes outside at this approach as much as possible. Feel the aircraft rather than staring inside at your gauges. This time we want our spot somewhere here, in between the bottom of the trim strings and the top of the console.
Okay.
Let me know when that spot is there.
Pretty close.
All right. Keep the nose up. Lower the collective. You gotta pick the nose up a little bit. There you go. Let it walk in. Car, Pete. Watch power. What are your thoughts on that one?
Overshot it a little bit, but
think about it like top of a building. You don't have any overshoot for these, okay? Or if this was the end of a field or something, you can't overshoot them.
yeah.
It comes down to you're trying to keep that airspeed. We were coming in the whole time, nose low a little bit.
Okay.
So the spacing was good, but you were letting yourself go more forward than you were down. You know, and granted, we only overshot it by 6-7 feet. You just got to trust in keeping the nose up and feel the aircraft on the back side of ETL, that rumble. Then you adjust the collective to hold that rumble.
Got a lot of birds up here right now.
Yeah.
Feels good. And probably goes out, yeah. Cool.
Traffic damage is heavy with R22 traffic damage is heavy with R22
Transit traffic, helicopter 23 Foxtrot, drive base 28 Princeton.
R22 traffic, helicopter 23 Foxtrot, final for 28 Princeton.
I want you to shoot for the bottom circle in the 8, okay? That's our helipad. So right in here, you actually want to be descending, but not too quickly. Just hold a nice rate of descent. Hold that 60 knots.
And Princeton traffic helicopter, a short final 28. We're coming in on runway again, I apologize.
Hold this right here. Hold 500 feet to level yourself out. Okay, not too much. Spot coming around. Go ahead and lower. Hear the rumble? Yeah. Keep us going right for that piece of the 8. Just gotta keep the nose up to keep that airspeed coming off.
That's the time out of the field of 2,200 so the thought of the traffic 200 fluid going around to Princeton. We're going to slide step to the left to maintain clear of the helicopter.
Look at your airspeed. Very good. Cool. All right, go ahead.
23 Foxtrots on the go, very close traffic, Princeton.
Traffic, R22, was transferred to traffic, R22, was balanced to
Try one more of those. Okay.
Princeton traffic, Skyhawk 2 Foxtrot Whiskey will be overflying field at 25 feet and then 5 miles to the north.
Traffic, helicopter 23 Foxtrot, right downwind 28. We'll keep an eye out for you, take over.
Alright, let's get to the crane. Feels good. Probably tug you out full.
Princeton traffic, R22, was reached to Princeton. Princeton traffic, R22, final to Princeton.
what's our field elevation here?
128.
Try to get 300, or you can round up, 400 feet above that. That's where you should be picking up your spot.
Okay.
300 or 400 feet above your intended point of touchdown. So rather than being over top of it and it coming in, you know, get yourself down to 500 feet, 450, and level yourself out. Or stop your rate of descent at least, you know?
Okay.
Pick up your spot and then shoot the approach in.
Okay.
So I want you to shoot for the same spot inside that 8. So you're going to have to bring in the power here. Make sure you have enough power to level it out. Right now you can be low in the collective and bleeding off some of your airspeed to help set you up for this. That way when you do come up on your spot, you're not dumping collective. Wait until now we're at 400 feet, so I haven't picked up our spot. We're gonna do like a slow normal approach. So make sure we're coming over it. We're still just doing a normal approach to it.
Go away on that copy.
I got it. You gotta make sure you're letting it actually get steep.
Okay.
Traffic 7200, let's go to traffic 7200, final for 286.
Traffic, 2 Foxtrot Whiskey on a 45 to the left downwind for 286.
Alright, right there. After you do that green. That's good. And Kelly Fabio and full.
Traffic 7200, after 286.
Left downwind for 286.
traffic, 923, left base 2, aircraft at side 2 attention.
Time, you guys can get ahead of us. We're going to be slow.
Sorry, we're on crosswind, not base.
There's a 172 probably you're talking to.
If you turn base quickly, you can get ahead of us. We're going to be slow.
Rockshot Whiskey, left base, ahead of you. Thanks.
Since the traffic, 923, left downwind 2 attention.
Use this time to go turn in. He's way ahead of us. Get your 500 feet. Get yourself leveled off. Get your 60 knots.
Traffic, Rockshot Whiskey, final station.
Level off at 500. Now you can hold 500 and start bleeding off some airspeed. Make sure you're not descending. You're descending, so bring in some power.
Traffic, 923, left base 2 attention.
Helicopter short final 2-8 at Princeton.
Careful with that rate of descent.
Traffic, 2.0 Whiskey, Delta, yeah.
Traffic, 923, 923.
Helicopter still short final 2-8.
So pick the nose up, lower the collective more. For the rumble, add a little bit of collective to keep that. And we would have made it with sidestep real quick so they can get over. Yep.
Helicopter side stepping to the north of the runway.
A little bit more. Go ahead and take us back to the pad. Clear.
Traffic, 923, and base 2 attention.
That's taxiing active 2-8, Princeton. Taxiway, Princeton.
Princeton traffic, Skyhawk 2 Foxtrot Whiskey, departing runway 28, close banner Princeton.
Some traffic, 923, left crosswind 2 attention. Some traffic, 923, left downwind 2 attention.
Have you talked to those guys that fly right there?
What's that?
Those two helicopter guys. Have you talked to them ever?
Those two helicopter guys?
Two big helicopters in that hangar, you see them?
I wasn't paying attention. Go ahead and just sit down right here. We're going to do a hover auto or two.
4 miles to the northwest. We'll be taking up to 45 left downwind to runway.
Let me go over here. Nope, this is fine here. Okay. What's that procedure?
Pedal throttle cushion.
What's that?
Pedal. Let us head on and pull.
Starting with
Right pedal.
throttle off.
Right pedal.
Make sure we're rolling it all the way off so when we raise it doesn't come back up.
Okay.
Right pedal to stop the yaw. Cushion the landing. We'll do the first one together, okay?
Okay.
We'll go on the count of 3. 3, 2, 1. Make sure that when we come down, we're not doing this.
Yep.
We just were.
Yeah.
You're staring at the ground when that happens, are you? Keep your eyes outside on the horizon.
Okay.
Traffic on 222, left 3, 2,
Alright, picking it up.
Get us over the center line.
Okay.
Traffic on 222, final to 2,
Get a good underhanded grip. Count of 3.
Yep.
Eyes on the horizon the whole time, alright?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. Not terrible. Low bounce.
Alright, picking it up.
We'll be setting up at 45 left downwind to runway 28.
You ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1. A little bit of over control, and I can feel you like really hard on the controls.
Traffic
Finesse it. So we fixed that left drift. Make sure we're not overcorrecting because he knows when we hit, we went like this, and we started to go to the right as well. So it should be just a really gentle right side to keep the aircraft from drifting over. Okay.
Alright.
Traffic
Your count, okay?
3, 2, 1.
That was good. Alright, let's put it on the pad.
Okay.
Stop for a second.
Yep.
Take a look at where you have the cyclic. Always try to start with it centered rather than it centered in your lap.
Okay.
This is Southwest number 1, descending to join the downwind on 45.
Yeah, clear right.
We'll clear left. Your cyclic friction.
Thank you.
Got your collective friction.
That whiskey, all clear to the active.